We painted it and how the first participant came and crashed into the bushes outside.
Oh, yeah, first.
Okay. Oh, okay.
My name is Brenda Weathers, Director of the Alcoholism Program for Women in Los Angeles, and I feel that alcoholism represents one of the major unmet health care needs for women in our society today, particularly gay women.
I'm Pauline Buxton, Director of the Alcoholism Council located in West Covina, and I firmly believe that our society unwittingly conspires to keep the alcoholic woman drinking.
I'm Jean Vandervoort, Director of the Pasadena Council on Alcoholism. I'm also a recovering alcoholic, and I believe that alcoholism is the most treatable, untreated illness in our society today.
I am B. Gray Jorgensen, co-founder and executive director of Friendly House. We maintain a home for alcoholic women. There are 250,000 women alcoholics in Los Angeles County.
You just heard from our guest today, and what our topic is, the alcoholic woman. Welcome to Ad Lib. I'm Althea Scott.
She's so articulate, and I thought this was the very beginning of ACW, and here she is as a director.
You're so young. What motivated you at such a tender age to get involved in alcoholic recovery programs? You're a director, are you?
I'm the Director of the Alcoholism Program for Women in Los Angeles, which is a program of the Gay Community Services Center. I think the primary motivating factor for me was my own alcoholism and my own recovering process. And I really agree with B. If I started to think that I was recovered, I could go out after this program and have a couple of martinis, and I know that I can't do that.
Brenda, I just want to say, see this wide range here. My first impulse was to say to you, you're so young, as you say, to be interested or be an alcoholic, and you're so old to be one. You see, I'm infiltrated, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
We moved around, and she was born in Smithville. And then Mother and Daddy were married in 33. And they were from farm people on both sides of the family. Except one who, my mother's first cousin, who had run around with Bonnie and Clyde, and he died in the Texas State Penitentiary.
Alcoholism is no respecter of persons, and we're very quick to point out all the boundaries across which alcoholism cuts, and we can name off geographic location, ethnicity, social class, economic background, national origin, and so forth and so on. But I think in relation to this program, the two things that are generally overlooked in naming off these categories are sex and lifestyle preference. By sex, of course, I mean that I think that alcoholism reaches about half of the alcoholic population in the United States, but half female, half male. And of course, by lifestyle preference, I mean those persons who are gay.
So do you mean that they have separate problems, and we're going to get into that?
Yes.
So we must pause right now for a station break. Please stay with us.
We were going from church to church. And then World War II came. I actually remember bits and pieces of World War II. I was born in 1940. Brenda was born in 1936. Same year as Barbara Jordan, who was one of our heroes. Whenever we heard her speak, Brenda and I were just like, yes, 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 yes. It's too bad they both are gone from us.
Before I get into that, I'd like to say, though, that the problems of gay women and women alcoholics are not really dissimilar from one another in many, many respects. But when we speak of gay women, there are some very specific problems. For instance, when an alcoholic woman who's gay reaches that point in her quest for sobriety or in her bottoming out process, when she thinks she will reach out to somebody for help, it's very frightening. It's a very shaky time. And so she reaches out to an agency or to a group. And if in the process of the conversation she happens to say to that person, oh, by the way, I'm gay, at that very, very tender time in her life, the door might be slammed in her face and say, I'm sorry, we can't help you. Then she will go on out to drink again and to suffer some more and perhaps to die.
My third memory, when I was learning to walk, has my sister in there. And that's the first time I knew that I had a sister. And I was trying to walk across the room. And I remember, wow, can I do it? Can I do it without falling? Like this. And then this older child who would have been 3 or 4, my sister, just started to prance across the floor. floor, just, she could not fall down and prance and skip and hop. And I thought, wow, I want to do that.
Welcome back to Ad-Lib. Brenda, what are the most important ingredients into alcoholic recovering?
I feel that two very important ingredients are a lot of love and helping to instill in the woman a feeling of self-love and self-worth. And then to go on from that, since simply to stop drinking is not enough, you need to learn to live all over again, to present sobriety as a pleasant reality, that life on the natch is fulfilling, it's fun, it's promising. You have an opportunity to become who you always thought you could be, become the person that you'd like to be. And in that way, I think love and self-fulfillment are the two most important ingredients.
I just remember as a child talking to her out on the Paluxy River. We were children here, and she would go off on these talks about discrimination and how she hated it. This is before she knew about her sexual orientation, but it's just something she hated of any form. It was, something was happening in here. It was repugnant.
The Alcoholism Program for Women is a program of comprehensive services for women, including a 13-bed recovery home.
I've been asked before how important it is to me that ACW has been here 38 years. And I find myself hard-pressed to say, just to put it into words, because it's such a deep feeling. This is such an important place. It has helped so many women save and reclaim their lives. This is just one of the most amazing places. It's so significant to me personally to have seen this thing grow. It's saved so many women. Who knows? Countless women out there that have gotten their lives back.